All right, gonna do a quick sound test here. Okay, everything should be working then. All right. October recap might keep this stream a little shorter, but at least from ones in the past, but doesn't really matter, I guess. So, how did I do in the month of October? So, we'll look over what our estimates were, see what my actual results were, see how November looks, and then just a brief channel update. So, let's get right into it. So, for the month of October, for the passive income, I was expecting a big drop off from last time. Just because it was ridiculously high in September, so it was naturally going to drop back down. So I was guessing about a little under $500, which is like a 33% drop. So pretty much it was going to be a big drop no matter what happened, but still, in the grand scheme of things, still one of my better months. So that's kind of what I was aiming for, but we'll see how I actually did in just a minute here. As for the net worth, I was predicting at least 1.2%. That was kind of a low estimate, but I was hoping to really at least get over $150,000 because that's a pretty big milestone to hit. So that's at least what I was aiming for. There was about $150,000. But let's get right into the results, I guess. Let's not waste any time. So for the passive income, did I hit my goal? Yes. I outperformed it by about 4 or 5%, I think. I ended up with $514.78 in passive income in the month of October, which is my third best month all time. And it's the third month in a row where I've hit over $500 in passive income in a month, which is really cool because I remember back in like late 2023, early 2024, I had that Road to 400 series where I was hoping to hit $400 even once in the month in the year of 2024, and now we've hit 400 almost every time except July, and we're hitting over 500 pretty consistently now. So, and hopefully that how it stays moving forward. I know they are starting to cut interest rates, so things are going to get a little bit more challenging probably next year, but we'll just have to wait and see how that goes. So solid month on the passive income side of things for October. And then for the net worth, like I said, I was shooting for $150,000. But as the month kind of went on, I thought, hey, maybe I could do a little more, maybe 151, maybe 152,000 at best. And then I completely surprised myself and somehow managed $153,102, which is a 3.45% increase from last month, which is pretty crazy. I really did not think I would get anywhere near that. I was really throughout most of the month shooting for like 152,000, honestly. But I got a really big final paycheck this month, so that's what really boosted that number. So that puts us up to 37.34% on the year, which is pretty crazy. And we've just been continuing this really good journey upwards here. In the last 6 months, we've only had 1 month that was 2.32% was our worst one. We've had 4 that have been 3% and then a 6% one. That's been pretty crazy. So looking to keep doing good. So here is just some random graphs, some average trend lines. This is basically the moving average. Basically, it means if the this line is above this line, that basically means I'm performing above average, pretty much. And as you can see, the passive income, it's basically been that constantly. Only time it kind of dipped below was the month of July. But aside from that, pretty much the whole graph has just been moving up. So that's a good sign. And so as of right now, this graph doesn't really mean much. But as things change and over the long run, it'll make more sense. Basically, this moving average line, it kind of shows the long-term trend. But so far, these past, like, what has this been, over a year, 14, 15 months, it's pretty much all been trending up. So it doesn't really mean too much. So here's another one for the net worth, the percentage. Basically, as you can see at the beginning, it was kind of fluctuating a lot, but now it's kind of averaged out here. But in general, even with this, percentage wise, each month, the general average has been pretty good and moving up, although it's probably going to dip down here towards the end of the year. And in theory, it should constantly be moving down, because the way the percentages work, obviously I started the year with like $111,000, so 1% of that is $1,100, whereas now I have like 150,000, so 1% of that is 1,500. So it's naturally going to get harder over time to get higher percentages. So it should drop over time, but the fact that we're actually above where we were at the beginning shows how good of a year it's been. And then here's another one that basically shows the same thing, except instead of percentage, it's just the pure money totals. So it looks pretty much the same, but it kind of shows where our average is. And right now we're averaging just over $4,000 in profit a month, which is pretty crazy, actually. So that's good to see. And like I said, at the moment, because we've had such a good year, there's nothing too interesting about these graphs. But I think as next year comes and once we get a longer time frame, it'll be a bit more interesting to see. So that's all for that. Now, the month of November. How is November going to be? I kind of predicted here that pretty much after October that things would kind of start to slow down here and drop off. So we'll see if that actually happens or not. But November, for the passive income, I'm projecting about $517, maybe a little bit more if I'm lucky. So we're going to have to see. But that's pretty even to what we had in October, but probably just a little more. But the reason why there's not much of an improvement is because the days, basically. In October, there's 31 days in October, so I can earn interest on my money for 31 days. In the month of November, there's only 30 days. So that kind of, I would just, going off the number of days that I can earn interest, there's less in November, so that's why I would earn less. But obviously, I will make more money in the month of November, so that's more money to earn interest on, so that's what'll get me the little bit more than last month. So only a 0.43% improvement is pretty much what I'm guessing. And honestly, even if it's about the same as last month, I'm pretty okay with that. Pretty much anything, even if I lost a little bit, as long as it's over like $500, I'm really happy with that. So obviously, I would like to see this line continue to go up, and I actually think it will for a little bit here. We'll have to see, but I think pretty much for the rest of the year, our passive income is gonna look pretty good. I think, honestly, I mean, it's a little early to make an estimate for December, but I'm actually thinking December is going to be even better than this month. So we should close out the year strong. But obviously they are cutting interest rates. The next interest rate cut is probably sometime in November, and then probably another one in December. So that will catch up to me eventually, and but that's probably going to be a problem for 2025 for us to deal with. So we'll see. We'll see how things turn out. But pretty much for this year, the passive income has been great, and it should be a good end of the year for it. But 2025 could be a little more difficult. But we'll deal with that when we get there. As for the net worth, I am estimating 1.5% at least, which gets us to about $155,400. I have a history of estimating these quite a bit. I think we looked back, I made a graph like a month or two ago, and usually I underestimate it by almost a full percent. And I think this is a little bit of an underestimation again, but I also made this estimation last night before I had some full details on how next month was going to look for work and stuff. So, I'll stick with this 1.5% estimate, but I'm thinking I want to shoot for at least 2%. 2% is kind of my unofficial goal, because that would put me at about $156,000, and that would push us to about 40% on the year. If I get to this 155,400, that puts us at 39.40. But I think I have to get to like 156,100 ish, I think, to get to 40% on the year, which would be a really crazy accomplishment to get to. Because my original goal was like around 25%, but to hit 40% with like still a month to go this year, that would be pretty wild. I said, at least I think I said in the what month was that? August recap. I think it was September recap. When I was making the sort of fourth quarter projections, I said I was shooting for between 3 and 5% probably for these final 3 months. And October, we're already at 3.45%. And if I can hit like 2% in November, that puts us to like almost 5.5%. So in theory, I could maybe hit 6% throughout the course of these final 3 months, if I have a solid December. But we're gonna have to see what's gonna happen. December is gonna be a bad month. I got a lot of expenses that month, so hopefully I can still make some profit out of it. But I guess that's really all I've got to say for that. It was another really good month for the month of October, and a lot better than I was expecting, honestly. The passive income was, this is better than I was expecting, but still nothing spectacular. I'm really happy with how October went. November, it's looking pretty solid again. I'm hoping for at least 2%, and I'm thinking I should hit 2%. I highly doubt I'll hit 3%, but you never know. I feel like I've said that the last few months, and I somehow have managed to do it. But I'm expecting somewhere between probably 2 and 2.5%, honestly. But we'll see. Just want to close out these final 2 months of the year strong, and be in a good position for 2025. Just kind of crazy how fast things can change here. At the end of April, I was worried I wasn't going to hit 140,000, and honestly, had I really not made that mistake and lost a bit of money there, I could probably have ended the year at over 160,000. So, just another good month and a really good year overall so far. But we got to finish it out. 2 more months to go. A lot can happen in between now and then, so just keep doing what I'm doing, because I'm doing good so far. So that's pretty much for the net worth and everything, and for this October recap. Quick channel update. Shaogai Shinra and the other new series. I don't know when that's going to air. Probably not till 2025, honestly. I have it set for November release at the moment, but I'm going to end up changing that. Um, just got to get back to editing, which I should have a little more time now. So hopefully that should start back up, and then I can eventually get these two series back released. I will be continuing my Pokemon shiny hunting series probably pretty soon here. Um, I don't have an exact day, but I would expect within the next week or two, probably, if not sooner. Just was really busy this month, so I'll get back to that eventually. Xiaogai Shinra, just a little bit of editing to do left, and then I'll try and get a trailer out for that and the other series, and then they'll release eventually. And then I'm still thinking about a Road to 10-minute wall sit series, or maybe not even a series, maybe just a video if I can manage to do it, on the first go or whatever. But I'm going to think that over for a little bit and see if I want to do that or not. I did the 1 hour wall sit challenge yesterday, which I completed, but I am really sore today. So definitely going to take some time off and rest for a bit before deciding what I want to do, if I want to do a 10-minute wall sit series or not. But yeah, that's pretty much it for this recap. These series will be coming eventually, and overall it's just another good month, and hoping to make November and the rest of the year similar. So thank you for watching this one, and I will see you all in the next recap in the